Hello, TikTokers. Welcome to Real Law Talk. I get this question a lot. I had it yesterday, actually, in one of my cases. Dropping domestic violence charges. Usually, the woman is the victim, and the husband, boyfriend, the male is the accused. And often, the victim wants to drop charges. They don't want to continue with the case. And I've gotten a ton of questions on how to do that. First of all, that's not what we do. That's not my job. I defend people accused of crimes. Um, I was a prosecutor, and prosecutors decide what charges, if any, are brought. But what happens most of the time in New York City is if it's a first time offense, if it's a first domestic incident between the parties, uh, prosecutors can be convinced to drop the charges. They're called domestic incident reports. However, if it's more than one, if it's the second time, and if they're close together, the prosecution will be very reluctant to drop charges because of the nature of domestic violence cases. There's something called evidence based prosecution, where in domestic violence cases, the prosecution does not call the victim to testify. They prosecute the case based on evidence that they've gathered during their investigation. So if you are someone who is seeking to drop domestic violence charges, you must seek your own attorney and get counsel because you're going to have to deal with the DA's office or the prosecutor's office, whoever that is in your area. And they're, like I said, they're very reluctant because domestic violence cases can be very dangerous. So it can be done. However, if it's not the first time, many prosecutors will will really have a difficult time with dropping these charges. And the judges will ask, the first question they ask is how many DIRs, domestic incident reports, are there between the parties? And that's real law talk.